Did you know that Genghis Khan's empire was so massive that it covered around 13.5 million square kilometers? That's even bigger than the Roman Empire, and it's hard to even imagine the sheer scale of his conquests. This guy not only reshaped the map of the world, but also left a lasting impact on history that we're still feeling today. Alright, so let's backtrack a bit. Genghis Khan, originally named Temujin, was born in the late 12th century in Mongolia. He's often remembered as a ruthless conqueror, but there's so much more to his story. Emerging from a tough childhood filled with challenges, he united the nomadic tribes of the Mongolian plateau and went on to establish one of the largest empires in history. This guy's life is a roller coaster of triumph and tragedy, and understanding his journey helps us recognize why he's such a significant figure in world history. So buckle up as we dive into some mind-blowing facts about Genghis Khan. First up, let's talk about Genghis Khan's early life. Born around 1162, he faced a lot of adversity when his father was poisoned by a rival tribe. This left young Temujin and his family to fend for themselves. Talk about a rough start. But instead of letting that break him, he used it as motivation. By his 20s, he had already started to build alliances and gain followers, establishing a reputation as a fierce and clever leader. Now here's where it gets interesting. Genghis Khan was not just a brute. He was a genius strategist. His military tactics were revolutionary. He employed psychological warfare, used speed and mobility to his advantage, and had a knack for adapting to his enemy's strengths and weaknesses. Plus, he was one of the first leaders to promote meritocracy in his ranks. Your social class didn't matter. If you were talented, you could rise to the top. This leadership style encouraged loyalty and made his army incredibly effective. Let's also not forget about his innovative use of communication. He created a system of relay stations, allowing messages to travel across vast distances quickly. This way, he could coordinate his forces efficiently. Imagine sending a message across thousands of miles in just a few days. That was revolutionary for the time. And here's something that might blow your mind. Genghis Khan was incredibly open-minded for a conqueror. He practiced religious tolerance and even incorporated various cultural practices from the peoples he conquered into his empire. This mix of cultures not only strengthened his rule, but also laid the groundwork for a more interconnected world. Now let's get to the real jaw-dropper. You might be amazed to learn that Genghis Khan has had a lasting impact on modern genetics. Studies show that about 16 million men alive today can trace their Y chromosome back to a single common ancestor who lived around the time of Genghis Khan. That's crazy, right? His conquests spread his lineage across vast territories, leading to this astonishing genetic legacy. This means that if you're a male with a Y chromosome from regions like Mongolia, parts of Russia, or even as far as Europe and the Middle East, there's a chance you might be a descendant of the great Khan. This genetic impact reflects just how extensive and influential his conquests were. It's not just about land, it's about bloodlines and heritage that echoes through history. So, let's recap. We've learned about Genghis Khan's tough beginnings, his brilliant military strategies, his unique leadership style, and his surprising openness to different cultures. And just when you thought it couldn't get any crazier, we uncovered the mind-blowing fact about his genetic legacy that connects him to millions of people today. Genghis Khan was not just a conqueror, he was a visionary leader who changed the world in ways we're still uncovering. His life story is a complex tapestry of power, innovation, and cultural exchange that transformed the course of history. Reflecting on Genghis Khan's story leads us to some profound insights about leadership and power. He shows us that sometimes the most ruthless conquerors can also be the most innovative and culturally integrative leaders. His legacy challenges our understanding of what it means to be a ruler and how one person can impact the world in ways that extend far beyond their lifetime. From that massive empire to the genetic heritage he left behind, Genghis Khan's influence is undeniable and in many ways still relevant today. So, what do you think about these wild facts about Genghis Khan? Did any of them surprise you? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this dive into history, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more fascinating content. Until next time, keep exploring the past.